All right, everybody. Thank you for coming once again to another brilliant episode of Comedy on the Rocks with Jack and Daniel.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Daniel. All right, guys. Today we are on the subject of weird teachers and weird things our teachers may have done while we were going to college. All right? And these two are still in college. Oh, and these two, by the way, we have a guest speaker with us today, Mr. White.
Hi guys, how you doing?
All right, that's Mr. White. He knows Jack for about 2 years from work, and I've hung out with him quite a bit since then. And so we have him today. And before we started this cast, he told us he had a funny story, so we're going to go ahead and get that started. You want to give us your experience?
Well, it was I had a speech class in college like 3 semesters ago, and I was like 15 minutes late to class. I don't like to wake up in the morning, and but this teacher is really badass, and so I got to class like 15, 20 minutes late, and as soon as I got to class, there was like someone having a presentation in the front of the class. So I just wait until she finished, and then when she finished, I look around and there was nowhere to sit. So I go to the teacher and I go like, "There's no desk." She looks at me like I know idiot, and she tells me like, "Yeah, there's no desk." So I was like, "So what can I do?" I don't know. And I was like, "Can I go home?"
Oh.
And she told me like, "Yeah, go home." So I was like, "Okay." Turn around, just walking, and I could feel how everybody was hating me.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
that was really impressive.
the asshole who got late and then just got to go home. Got a pass in that class.
well,
Well, I
I
don't
just
know
never
about
tell you, but I was going out with a teacher.
Oh. Really?
Imagine that.
She called you an idiot, but you're still fucking her.
Well, that's probably why he's calling her an idiot.
Man, I should have fucked more of my teachers. 'Cause I used to go to class late all the time. Show up like half an hour late. Just walk in front of the class, be like, "Oh, I'm here. Let's learn."
Let's learn, guys. That's the topic of today.
Yeah. I need to how to multiply and divide.
all that good stuff.
Learn my ABCs. But yeah, I've had some weird teachers too. Like one of my sociology teachers, I believe it's kind of racist.
Man, those guys are fucking crazy.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, he was talking about how there was this new statistical test that said that there was more black people in jail than actually in college. So after that, he's like, and I look around this room, and I do not see one black person here, and I think they must be in jail. and we're from Brownsville,
where
like
there's
the Hispanic population's more like 80 to 90% here.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Can't walk a block without seeing a fucking Mexican.
Yeah, taco stands in every corner, Well, thankfully, there wasn't one black person who said, like, "Nigga, please."
Well, not there, but they'll probably be commenting later. Well, to move on to a different one, I've got a story. If you've ever had one of those boring professors, you have not met my professor. Now, he's an awesome guy, and I'm not going to divulge his name for privacy reasons. I guess that's what it is on the internet these days. But I will tell you that he has somewhat of an accent because he was born in Pakistan and raised in India and educated in Oxford. So he has one of those convoluted accents, if you would say so. But this guy would speak, and he would speak. He was a communications professor, so he would go, "Well, everybody, one of the important things you have to know about communications is that to do it here, you must try to eliminate as much traces of your accent as possible, as I have done."
What an asshole.
I was like, I can't tell if you're being funny or if you're being serious because his tone was so straight on, so deadpan, you could not tell. And on top of that, this guy could put you to sleep better than a glass of warm milk with fucking rum and a bottle of sleeping pills. I'm telling you, I kid you not, I was taking a class for Introduction to Media, and he decided to stretch.
Are you sure you were not drunk, man? Are you sure you were not drunk?
Am I sure I was not drunk?
Yeah.
Excellent question.
Well, you had to be drunk to sit through his lecture.
I had to be drunk to sit through his lecture. Because I kid you not, he stretched out a 5-minute lecture, what could have been a 5-minute lecture, or less, into 40 minutes. He decided to, and I'm getting into his tone of voice because I'm gonna do his voice right now.
So he thought he was Morgan Freeman, basically.
Or at least I think he loved the sound of his own voice.
I'm God.
Bitch, I'm God. Listen to me. Motherfucker. He started talking, and I will introduce for you today the 3 types of microphones that you will be working with in media.
My favorite subject.
Well, it was my favorite subject until 3 classes passed with him. And it would have been 1, but I fell asleep the first 2. So he goes on. The first microphone you will encounter in your days as a media reporter or media worker, whatever the fuck term they're using. The first is a unidirectional microphone. Now, this microphone is a microphone that will pick up sound from one direction.
No shit.
Only one direction. From in front where the sound enters the speaker is where it will pick up the sound.
Was that like an advanced class? Because I'm having trouble keeping up with this.
Well, slow down, because I am not going to. The second microphone we will be learning about today is the bidirectional microphone. And the bidirectional microphone picks up sound from 2 directions.
Oh, no way. Bidirectional too? I would never think of that.
Man, Michael Fox missed this, man. He would be like, Doc, that's cool, Doc.
That's heavy.
That's heavy. And so he went on for another 5 minutes about the bidirectional microphone before he finally got on to the last microphone that we will be learning about today is the omnidirectional microphone. Now, the omnidirectional microphone is a microphone that can pick up sounds from all sides. So, you can be on this side of the microphone and it will be able to pick your voice up. Or you can be on this side of the microphone and it will be able to hear you and translate your voice into a recording. On any side of the microphone that you're on, it will be able to pick you up if you are using an omnidirectional microphone.
So I have a question. How many people committed suicide at that point of that lecture? I cannot believe people actually stuck around for that shit.
I think everybody was on their laptops checking Facebook. I think some people had a flask and were just trying to hide it.
That was probably me, because I know I cannot stay through that lecture sober.
Well, I gotta give him thanks, Dan, because thanks to him, you buy the Omni microphone and we can do this.
Yes, because right now, as it stands, we're using a unidirectional microphone and passing it around for this show. We're not too advanced yet, people. Once we get your money, though, we will be.
So what, did you ever have like a teacher like that who had like a very monotone voice or anything like that?
Yeah, I had this special professor. This was last semester, actually.
All right.
Oh.
Were you
He was a
fucking listening
wild.
to?
No, no, he was a man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So?
he was lucky. I had a biology teacher who was teaching us, but he had a heavy Russian accent,
Oh.
which I cannot copy that. But
So like до свидания, comrade. We're going to learn biology today. Like fucking
yeah, something.
I like vodka.
vodka.
Yeah, that's my best impression of a Russian right there.
Vodka.
Well, he used to smoke, and he always like answered the phone in class. But it was my first day, I remember, and it was my first experience with a Russian teacher.
Mhm.
And 30 minutes, I remember, man, 30 minutes after the first class.
He tried to convince you to become a communist?
No, no, actually, I was like, I couldn't understand any shit. I mean, I'm not the perfect guy to talk Spanish, to talk English, actually, but at least I understand it most of the time.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker give me a hard time, and I had this girl next to me, and I was like, I need your help because I'm not gonna pass this class, because for sure I'm not gonna learn biology, but I'm gonna learn Russian accent. And she just stared at me and she was like, okay, I help you. And honest guys, I didn't do shit in the biology class. She did the midterm for me.
Okay.
And she did the quiz. But I wasn't fucking her, so she was, I guess she was lucky. I guess, so I don't know who was the lucky one.
You were lucky. You got lucky
I mean,
with that
you
one.
must have done something for her to go that far.
I just gave my number.
Oh, that's enough, right? Yeah, it's like, if a guy tries to call you and you don't want to talk to him, just give him my number, you know?
It works, man, it works.
Yeah, you don't have to give him the PayPal number, just give him mine.
No.
They won't call you anymore after that. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Comedy
On the Rocks.
on the Rocks.
And remember, folks, comedy on the rocks always goes down smooth.